What up, YouTube? T-Movies here. Well, since we are in January, I decided to do, each month I'm gonna do something very cool, interesting. I'm gonna be talking about my favorite movies of the month from 2010, my favorite movie of the months of 2009. So, for example, today I'm gonna do a list of my top 10 favorite January movies of the 2010s. Then maybe a little, either this week I'll talk about my favorite January movies of the 2000s and my January movies of the 1990s. Then next month, I'll talk about my favorite February movies of the 2010s, favorite February movies of the 2000s, etc. So you get the gist. Anyway, with that being said, here's my 10 favorite January movies of the 2010s. Alright. Now, coming in at number 10, I'm going to go with this film called Youth in Revolt. Now, I've been doing this new segment called my Throwback Thursdays, and where I talk about the movies turning 10 and 20. And Youth in Revolt was one of the films I was talking about. It's really fantastic. It's directed by this. Good. Anyway, it's directed by this director named Miguel Arteta. I think that's his name. And now, Miguel, of course, recently put out that recent Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne film, Like a Boss. And he's actually a pretty cool director. But before that, he did this movie called Youth in Revolt. And it stars Michael Cera, who plays this teenager named Nick Twist, who's very out of his element when his mother and her boyfriend end up moving the family into a trailer park. And so this pretty girl named Sheena, played by Portia Doubleday, ends up moving into the new neighborhood. And so I'm just gonna say Nick is a virgin, so he's kind of hoping that he could they kind of could lose his virginity with this new neighbor. And I think it's a really fantastic movie. Michael Cera Michael Cera, when you think of him, you think of that geeky guy from Superbad and all. But I tell you one thing, this Youth in Revolt was literally a movie that made me go, yeah, this Michael Cera dude could act. He could do comedic stuff perfectly. He was great in Juno, Superbad. But I just thought he was remarkable in Youth in Revolt. It was a nice coming-of-age tale. He also had some other good cast members, like Zach Galifianakis was in this. Micah Cera was amazing. I already said that, but Cera was amazing. Doubleday, years before Mr. Robot, she was terrific. If you guys haven't seen Youth in Revolt yet, crazy to believe that movie just turned 10 this month. It's really terrific. Alright. Coming in at number 9, I'm going to go with Yu-Gi-Oh! Darkside The Matches. Yes, I'm an anime guy. Not big of an anime guy, but one of my favorite animes, I would admit, is literally Yu-Gi-Oh! I grew up, I kind of had a thing with the card games. Me and my brother played it a whole lot. And so when Yu-Gi-Oh! Darkside Dimensions came out, it's literally been, before Darkside Dimensions, it's been since 2004 since I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! On the big screen. So it was pretty cool seeing, Yugi, Kaiba, and the gang all back on the big screen for the first time in God knows how long. And I really got a kick out of Darkside Dimensions. Was it as good as the 2004 Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie? Obviously not. But I still really found it cool. It was also cool that they actually... It was pretty cool that they mostly focused more on Kaiba than just focused more on Yugi and the Pharaoh. And I really got a kick out of it. It was it's actually more darker than you expect. That's the thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! What I love about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, it's parts of Yu-Gi-Oh! Could be for kids, yeah. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Is actually really dark than you expect. It's not Pokemon where it's more this is a family-friendly content, yes. But they take some dark turns with these, with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Darkside The Matches, I really got a kick out of it. It was pretty cool seeing it on the big screen back in 2017. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. If you're a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan, definitely go check out Darkside The Matches. Who still doesn't love Yu-Gi-Oh! By now? It's still one of the most iconic card games there is. So, anyway. Coming in at number 8, I'm gonna be a problem when I say this. Number 8, I'm gonna go with Dirty Grandpa. Dirty Grandpa, one of the raunchiest comedies of this past decade. I mean, lots of people probably disagree with me about this movie, and that's cool. But I don't care what anyone says. I love Dirty Grandpa. I found the movie to be hilarious. It was raunchy. You know, you had Rob De Niro and Zac Efron both star in this. It was pretty cool to see those two team up for something. Yes. Anyway, sorry about that. Different guy. Anyway, you also had Zac Efron, Robert De Niro. You had Aubrey Plaza, Zoe Deutsch, Julianne Hough, Dermot Mulroney. I mean Adam Pally, Danny Glover. A great cast list. It was raunchy, hilarious. I mean, if you guys haven't really seen Dirty Grandpa by now, definitely go give it a shot. All right, coming in at number 7, I'm going to go with The Last Stand. Now, The Last Stand, I guess you could say, was a bit of a resurgence for Arnold Schwarzenegger's career. And here you had him playing this LAPD officer named Ray Owens, who was once this narcotics officer in the LAPD, and he ends up settling into a peaceful life as sheriff, and he ended up having a day off until his peace ends up being shattered when Gabriel Cortez, who's this vicious crime lord, ends up escaping from FBI custody and speeds towards Ray's town and with a band of mercenaries. And Arnold was awesome in this. You also had Forrest Whitaker was in this, Pierre Stormare, Rodrigo Santoro. You had Luis Guzman, Harry Dean Stanton. Really great cast list. Fun, great, fun one-liners. I really got kicked out of this movie. And if you guys haven't seen The Last Stand yet, definitely go check that one out. I mean, it got released in January of 2013, so pretty underrated. So. Alright, coming in at number 6, it is Mama. Now, once in a while, January will have some not-so-good horror films in the month of January, but sometimes you get some really solid horror movies, and literally, Mama is one of them. Mama, directed by Andy Muschietti, who of course who ended up later on giving us, It and It Chapter 2. Andy Muschietti did a great job with Mama. You had Jessica Chastain was amazing in this. You had Nika Costa-Wado from a Game of Thrones fame here. You had these two creepy girls here who's trying to call upon their mother, who's who's been dead for years, and so yeah, the mama's haunted them. It's one of the most creepiest movies that ever got released around January. And if you never seen Mama, definitely go check it out. Still waiting on a sequel, but. Alright, coming in at number 5, I'm going to go with Project Almanac. Now, Project Almanac was awesome. It's about these kids who ends up building a time machine, and they go back to the next day, and they end up jumping at the opportunity to manipulate time in their favor and all. And Project Almanac, I guess you could say it's a bit like Chronicle, has Back to the Future vibe. Project Almanac is awesome. It was directed by Dean. I can never pronounce the last name well. Dean Israelite or Israelite. He recently just gave us that Power Rangers reboot, which he did a great job of. You also had Johnny Weston was in this, who I thought was terrific. You had the dude who played the dude from Goldbergs, Sam Lerner was great in this. You had some other great cast members. I mean, yeah, this movie it's a great found footage film. It's fun, entertaining. I still hope we get a sequel, but it was really an original chip, so. Number 4, I'm going to go with Ride Along. Now, Ride Along 2 was good as well, but I'm going with the first Ride Along, starring Kevin Hart, Ice Cube. You had John Leguizamo, a great cameo by Lawrence Fishburne. I mean, Ride Along is loads of fun. Ice Cube and Kevin Hart both just had dynamic chemistry with one another. I just really like those two work together. And I mean, despite being PG-13, it has a pretty good adult humor in it. And I really got a kick out of this movie. I mean, if you guys haven't really seen Ride Along by now, go check it out. And Ride Along 2 is good as well. Hoping we get a third one, but we'll see about that one. Alright, coming in at number 3, I'm going to go with The Grey. Now, The Grey, starring Liam Neeson, where he ends up taking down a pack of wolves here. I mean, The Grey is loads of fun. It's great action. I mean, Liam Neeson was awesome in this. You also had Frank Grillo, Dermot Mulroney, directed by Joe Conahan. Did a great job with this. I mean, it's also probably one of Neeson's coolest performances here. I mean, The Grey is just it's a really cool action flick. I mean, yeah, The Grey is a bit slow paced, but it works perfectly. I mean, if you guys haven't really seen The Grey, go check it out. I mean, I still never liked the ending, but other than that, it's still really remarkable. Alright, coming in at number 2 is another great horror film of the January. And I'm going to go with Split. Split, starring James McAvoy as the role Kevin, who plays this guy with with different personalities, who ends up trapping these teen girls. You got Anna Taylor-Joy was in this. Spoiler for Split, but the movie's been out since Split has been out since 2017. So if you still haven't seen it, you probably have no intention on seeing it. If you guys don't remember, Split ended up being a surprise sequel to Unbreakable, and that's how we got Glass. And I mean, that twist at the end, it was a nice comeback for M. Night Shyamalan too, because if you guys don't know, M. Night Shyamalan, the Shamhammer, has had a rough year with horrible films like The Happening, Lay in the Water, After Earth, Last Airbender. But then he, rebounded with The Visit, which was terrific. Then he came up back perfectly with Split, and now he did Glass, which was pretty good too. So nice to see the Shamhammer really coming back into film stardom, and what he did with Split was amazing. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Such a really crazy flick. Alright, my number 1 favorite movie of January of the 2010s, obviously, goes to Paddington. Paddington, I love Paddington. It's a fantastic, family flick. Based on the children's book, starring Ben Whishaw as the Tyrell of Paddington, starring Sally Hawkins, Hugh Bonneville, Nicole Kidman. Of course, Kidman plays the villain here. Paddington is just really adorable, cute, charming. Great family flick. And actually, adults could enjoy this movie too. It's definitely one of the best movies that ever got released around January of the decade. And of course, we had part 2, which was as even good. I'm still hoping we get part 3, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, if you guys never really seen the Paddington movies, do yourself a favor. Go watch them. They are just remarkable and amazing films. Definitely go give the Paddington films a shot. Alright, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10, Youth and Revolt. 9, Yu-Gi-Oh! Darkside The Matches. 8, Dirty Grandpa. 7, The Last Stand. 6, Mama. 5, Project Almanac. 4, Ride Along. 3, The Grey. 2, Split. And 1, Paddington. Now, there's a few other movies that got released around January of this decade. Let me see. Definitely, Green Hornet I really got kicked out slightly more. Texas Chainsaw 3D. I'm actually one of the rare folks who like Movie 43. I mean, sue me, Movie 43 is actually pretty funny. There's been some other loads of great ones. I mean, The Wedding Ringer, also with Kevin Hart, was pretty funny. Definitely not all enough. I mean, not everything in January I quite enjoyed. So, but anyway, let me leave you guys. What have been some of your favorite January movies of the 2010s? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Team Movie signing off.